Okay, welcome back to my channel, guys. I thought I'd do a little sit down, like, story time type video, because last time I did this video and pretty much this exact video, it did get a little more traction than my other videos. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, it freaking blew up, because baby, it didn't. I think it got like 35 likes, which, whoa, that's blowing up for me. So I was really happy, but I was over the moon. I was doing cartwheels in this bitch. But yeah, I want to refilm this video because I had a mental breakdown and deleted all my videos except for my scissor vlog, because that's like core memory type vibes. And then I was like, wait, why did I do that? I was doing so well. I was consistent. And I let some hating ass bitches convince me to delete my videos, because apparently I was doing too much on the internet. But I'm remaking this one because I really like this video. It made me laugh every time I rewatched it. And I don't know, like, these stories, like, these are fun stories. I don't know. So today I'm going to be telling you my favorite experiences of racism. Yup. And I know that's kind of something crazy to say, but growing up black in suburbia, I'm telling you, every girl has like, every suburban black girl has like a universal experience, but we all have our unique stories that literally are jaw-dropping, babes. Like, they're actually jaw-dropping. So I thought I would come online and tell mine, because I think mine are pretty jaw-dropping. Like, I do. I only have 3 off the top of my head, but I'm gonna come up with more. So yeah. My first one is what I'd like to call Monkey Gate. And you can probably already tell where this is going. But this was in high school, and it was like, it's not funny, actually. I don't think it's funny. I can laugh at it now because I'm like, girl, you were so embarrassing. Like, not me, but the girl who said this to me. I was just like, girl, you are so embarrassing. But I don't think it's funny, but I can laugh at it, and I can laugh at her, babes. And I can just laugh at the whole situation in the sense of like, damn, there's really people who hate black people so much but aren't creative enough that they had to open the Racism 101 textbook and just use the first page in it. Literally head empty, no thoughts. Like, people, guys, get creative. Like, I'm like not endorsing racism, but what I'm saying is get creative with your racism. If you're gonna be racist to me, please get creative so that I can make more videos like this, instead of having boring stories like hers. But anyway, okay, Monkey Gate. Let's get into it. Monkey Gate, I was in high school. I was in grade 10. Me and my friends, I can't lie, look, I don't think we were annoying because I was a part of the group, but to other people, I can understand, like, we were annoying as like, we were really, really annoying. We were loud. We were like, hey, baby, my group considers, like, this group that it happened with, because, you know, I was a little group hopper in high school, I can't lie. But it's fun. I'm telling you, if you're in high school right now, please group hop. If you're able to, because, you know, shit, like, before I became a group hopper, I was getting bullied. So, not at this school necessarily, but at my other school, I was getting bullied before I became a group hopper there. And then I took the skills of group hopping there and applied them to my new school. Because, I don't know, like, life's so much better when you group hop and you're friends with everyone. And I know people say a friend to all is a friend to none, but baby, in high school, you don't need real friends. Like, I know that's crazy to say, but in high school, you can be a friend to all. It's okay. You can be a friend to all in high school, unless it's like something serious. Like, that's not me saying be friends with abusers and rapists and and weirdos and racist people. Ooh. And just like, but just, you know, just be a friend to all. Just be a friend to all. Anyway, I'm not giving high school tips right now. That's kind of crazy. I'm not going to be 21 online giving high schoolers tips. Anyway, let's get into my story. Okay, let's get into the story. So basically what happened was, went to school, this day. Me and my friends were hyped as hell. We were in history class. And we're just having a good day. I don't really know why. Like, you know, when you and your friends are just having a good day, like you're just having a good day. And we loved our history teacher because like literally he like kind of he doesn't hate kids, but he was just like very nonchalant, like just didn't care. Just didn't care for the children. Very blunt. But like, yeah, in a good way. Like we loved him. Like he was actually so funny. But basically, bro, we're in class, we're listening to music. We were listening to The Weeknd by SZA, but the Calvin Harris remix. Yep. And we were just vibing. I think there was a video playing on the board. We were just like, I just get the for the weekend. All in our headphones because we were in a Spotify jam, right? We're in a Spotify jam. And there was a video playing on the board, but me and my friends, like, you know what's like, we're actually not listening. We actually don't care. Like we actually don't care. We just kept laughing, giggling, singing dee dee da da da, being disrespectful. We were being disrespectful. In hindsight, I can sit here and say, yeah, we were being disrespectful. But you know, you haven't experienced high school if you weren't a little disrespectful. I know my mom's gonna freak at that sentence. She's not gonna like that, but that's okay. But I mean, I was disrespectful majority of high school, which I probably wouldn't recommend that either. But there's like a nice middle ground. Like there's a nice, respectable middle ground. You know what? If you like this video, I will do my favorite high school experiences too. There you go. But there's a respectable middle ground. You know what I mean? Like, but also respect is earned. And a lot of those teachers, sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked. Anyway, we're in class mucking around. Okay, and yes, we're being a little bit disrespectful, but I'm sorry, nothing warrants racism, okay? And you know what? It wasn't even this exact experiences that like literally made her racist, okay? Or like pushed her to want to make this racist comment, okay? So what had happened was this different group of girls that sit together. There's their group of four, there's our group of four, we're on opposite sides of the classroom, okay? We're at like the back right, and they were at the like front left. But these girls also, I'm sorry, if you see this and you know who you are, you never listened in class either. You only listened to like two teachers. You only listened to two teachers because you were like obsessed with them, da. Those were the only two teachers you would behave in class with. Everybody else, you're giving attitude, you're not listening, you're giggling and laughing just like us. So please, that's why like, when she tried to call us out, I was thinking, who you feeling like? Like, who you actually feeling like? But basically what happened was these girls told us to shut up. And we were like, I don't know what we said exactly, but we were like, no, who you feeling like? You can't tell us to shut up. Like, you literally can't tell us to shut up. And then, mind you, this is a conversation between people of color. My group is women of color. And then one white girl, but she was silent. And their group was their group was women of color, one white girl. And the white girl was zoop as well. Okay, white people need to learn when to speak and when to not speak. Okay, they need to learn that. So, okay, I'm happy. You might not agree with this, but I'm happy to take a certain amount of disrespect from other people of color. Like, other people of color have more of a limit than white people do. And I'm sorry. White people made their bed, they have to lay in it. So what freaking happened was we bickered for like 0.2 seconds, then it got shut down. We went back to our groups. And then this random white girl who wants to be accepted so bad, who wants to be that bitch so bad, who wanted to everybody pick me, choose me so bad. She goes to me, because at the time, I went by my first name, which is now, I go by my middle name, okay? At the time, she was like, you're literally so irrelevant, Nandi, because I was the spokesperson for my group when we was going back. They had their spokesperson, I had my spokesperson. I was the spokesperson, okay? And then this white girl just chimes in. She's sitting by herself at the back of the room, mind you, which is fine. But I'm just saying, why are you chiming in? We're not talking to you, like we're literally not talking. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him.
I'm not talking to you though, so stop talking to me. I'm talking to him.
Like, boot this bitch out of here.
Boot this girl out of this bitch.
Like, That's how I was feeling. And she goes, "You're literally so irrelevant, Andy." Okay. Oh, you ate me up, cool. And then I turned to her and I said, "Oh, and you want to talk, Ebony?" And the whole class, including the group we were bickering with, including the group at the front left of the room, babes, erupted laughing. I ate her up, okay? I ate her up. That was because, like, why are you actually getting involved in a conversation that doesn't involve you? That's fine, cool, okay? That day, that literally situation finished. I didn't know it really hit her that hard. I guess if I put myself into her shoes, if the roles were reversed, that would be a cool memory for me, especially if everybody laughed. And afterwards, like, my friend at the time kept saying, "Oh my God, that was so funny. That was literally so," like, she kept going on and on and on and on and on. And I was like, I didn't even realize it was that funny. Like, when we're sitting here, like when we're sitting here, it's like such a basic, "Oh, you're irrelevant. Oh, you're one to talk." Like, that's such like, that's amateur level bickering back and forth. You know what I mean? So it really ain't, I don't know why it was so funny on that day, but it was. Okay, that's done. Class is over. The class carries on. It finishes. We move on. A couple days later, I come to school I have my braids and I have a do-rag on. Like an actual do-rag, not a bandana, just for you people. But like a proper do-rag with the ooh. And this girl, mind you, boom. I could have charged you for taking photos of me without my consent. And I could have charged you for hate speech. So you're lucky. You're lucky. And she went on Snapchat. She went on Snapchat, took a picture of me in class, and then was on her phone and saw the picture she took on her Snapchat in class and went and typed up, "Why does bitch look like a monkey with her do-rag on?" Like, literally, like, looked at the photo she took of me without consent, looked at the racist ass caption she typed up, "Why does bitch look like a monkey with that do-rag on?" And then posted it to her public story, babes. To her public story. Okay? Literally to her public story. Cool. Most diverse school in the district, right? Most diverse school in the district. She just posted this to her public story. I'm at lunch. I'm at the back on the basketball courts. I'm literally at lunch picking at my friends' foods because I never bought food to school. Having a laugh. And then this guy, man of color, by the way, came up behind me. I've never seen this boy like this. He's always jokes. He's always laughs. He's always this. I was like, "Hey." No. So he comes up behind me and he's like, "Hey, Nandi." And I'm like, "Hey, yes." And he's like, "I just think you should see this. Like, did you see what Ebony uploaded on her story?" And I'm thinking, I don't even F with Ebony like that. So I'm thinking, no, like what? He shows me the story. Me and my friends circle around. You have to, like, the phone's in the middle. You have to imagine it. Me and my friends are circled around the phone. We see the photo of me in class, in mathematics, right? By the way, in mathematics. This is why she had to open the Racism 101 textbook, is because in mathematics, instead of paying attention, she's taking pictures of other people and trying to think so hard for a good racist insult. Oh, bitch, put that phone down. Open up the maths book and solve some equations, baby. If I asked you what does E equal, you wouldn't be able to tell me. You wouldn't be able to tell me. You wouldn't be able to tell me. So put the book down. No. You already have the book down. Put the phone down. Pick up a pen. Get out a paper and start listening to the teacher. Like, huh? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And I bet you if AI was as popular as it is now then, she would have opened her little chat GPT app, like the dumbass she is, and typed in, good racist insults to tell this black person who told me I was irrelevant after I called her irrelevant vote. Bye. I'm telling you, right now, to this day, she's using ChatGPT. Waste of air, waste of water. I can't. Anyway, we're all looking around the phone like, ooh, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? And I'm thinking...
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
And I'm so mad that I let my friend handle this instead of me, because I should have handled it. Because the friend that went to handle it, she was very much like princess of the grade, like everybody liked her, dee dee da da da, boom boom boom. This is the first time she ever showed any anger, which, like, baby, thanks for that, I guess. Not really, because you fetishize black men, but anyway. We're all around the phone and I said, where is she? And they're talking about, I don't know. And then, I don't know, someone random says, I think she's on the footy field, which the basketball courts is here and the footy field is like literally right next to it. I get up, I start marching. Then my friend's like, no, let me handle it. Okay, cool. My friend goes up to her. We are standing at the edge of the football field, like in between the football field and the basketball courts, and she's on the football field talking to my friend. And my she's doing the whole finger gun, like dee dee da da da, boop boop boop. So we know she's like kind of going off. I don't really know what she said. Well, at this point, I didn't really know what she said, but we know she's doing the whole, okay? Boom. Ebony looks over. I don't care about doxing her name. Ebony looks over to me. There's like 50 Ebonies too. You won't be able to find the Ebony I'm talking about. Ebony looks over to me. I do one of these ones. Like, I know, like, in hindsight that's corny, but in the moment, I don't care. I ate that. Like, I literally ate that. I don't care. I literally ate that down. Like, I gave her, I'm standing in the distance. She looks like my friend's there. She's there. And I'm behind my friend. She looks past my friend and I'm just like, don't play. But I wish I handled that myself. I don't know what would have gone down, but I know I wouldn't have hit her because I can't fight, baby. I can't fight. I'll tell you that right now. I could not fight. But I would have told her about herself. I'm really good at telling people about themselves. I'm really good at making people feel bad about themselves. I can't lie. Like, I don't do that shit anymore. But I used to be really good about, like, back in that day, especially because, babe, I was a teenager and I was angry at the world and I was angry at everything. And I just had gone through my, like, that phase where you just radicalize yourself and you have a whole lot of political rage. That was the phase I was in at that moment. I know I literally know I would have eaten her. Oh, if I could go back in time. Anyway, that's not even the kicker. That happens. Me and the boys that came up to me, as well as my friends, are all like conversing, and I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. Like, should I go to the female headmistress, like the co-headmistress or whatever it's called, and vice principal? That's what we call it here. And the boys are like, no. Go to the male one. Go to the male one. He's so much better. He gets shit done. First of all, why did I listen to a man? Why did I listen to a man? No, why was I listening to boys about what to do about my situation as a black woman? Like, yes, I'm man of color, but like, why did I do that? Second of all, the female one wouldn't have done anything either. Trust, because I went to her about different situations, and I don't know. She was evil as fuck. She was really evil. She was really, really evil. Anyway, I go to him. I report my case. Turns out, because he's white, everyone, you know how the systems go. That little triangle, everybody at the top is white. So because he's white, obviously they've already done the PR team has already PR'd, okay? So basically I go to him, I say dee dee da da da, I'm with the boys, I'm with the girls, I'm with the friend group and the boys that came to me. Shout out them, okay? And we told him we go away. I told my mom as well, who told, I'm pretty sure, my dad, and my mom and dad were like ringing up the school, crashing out over the phone, and crashing out how a mother would crash out, babes. Not like crashing out, but, and I went back to him again. I'm like, what's going to get done, babes? What's going to get done? And then I go back and he's talking about, look, like, as a white man, apparently he's like Greek or like Spanish or like some type of European. Irrelevant, loser. Like, apparently he's some type of like European, and he's talking to me, look, when in high school, let me get into character. He was like, look, when I was in high school, I got bullied because of the size of my nose. It's not nice. You know, me being a Greek man, I got bullied because of the size of my nose. I'm just going to say it's Greek because Greek people have big noses, and I'm pretty sure it's that. Or like, it was like Macedonian or something. It was Macedonian. As a Macedonian man, I got bullied because of my big, fat, ugly nose. And you know, it really affected me when I was young. And just like, I had to learn to grow thick skin and get over it and not let these minuscule things affect me. What, cunt? Literally what, cunt? And then I was like, that's literally not the same, babes. If you don't want to do your job, I will go and do your job, and I will go ask her myself why she felt the need to say that, because I did the responsible thing and I came to you, and now you don't want to do nothing. And then he was like, if you go do that, I will suspend you right now. What? He's like, if you go do that, I will suspend you right now on the spot. Huh? So let me come closer so we can do the math together. Okay, so I get called a monkey for wearing basically what is a cultural headscarf to school. I get called a monkey and a bitch for wearing what is technically a cultural headscarf to school. I come to you so you can do something about it, and there's nothing you can do. I so much as utter that I'm going to ask her why she went and felt the need to be racist. And now all of a sudden you can suspend, you can expel, you can need detention for 3 weeks. I'm actually so confused. I'm actually so confused, babe. Cool. And in the midst of this, he had mentioned to me, I'm going to suspend you. Because from what I've heard from her, is you actually started it. And I said, I started it. She literally called me irrelevant. It's not my fault that when I throw it back at her, people thought it was funny. And obviously people thought it was funny because they resonated with it. And the fact of the matter is, she was irrelevant. More irrelevant than me. Was I irrelevant also? Yes. But she was more irrelevant than me. See, this is the thing. Literally some banter that could have been over and done with. Not banter. Some bickering that could have been literally over and done with and done in that class alone got turned into this big racism scandal that the victim, had to face the consequences of, because, I don't know, the Australian school system doesn't know how to hold white people accountable. Instead, it's, if you want to do something about this, I'm going to suspend you. If you want to do something about this, I'm going to suspend you. Because you have exhibited threatening behavior towards her. You were racist to her first. First of all, let me get something out of the way. You can't be racist to white people. I literally almost got hit in high school because I said that. I almost got bashed in high school because I said that. But you can't be racist to white people. I'll stand on that. 10 toes down, okay? Ooh. Literally, that was probably like the first, let me not lie. I've probably had racist experiences before that, but that's like a core memory for me because I was like, are you dead ass right now? No, you know what? That is the first time I properly experienced racism and noticed it systematically. I realized then shit, like ain't shit here for me. Like ain't shit here for me. Like the institutions are not made for us. Especially here in Australia, they are not made for us. They are not made for us. They are not made for us. Like that literally made me so upset. And I remember coming home from school and I was bawling my eyes out, literally crying so much on the phone to my friend who went to my old school. And I was like, this is literally so unfair. I don't understand why this is happening. She was white, so she literally silent, ain't no back talk. She didn't know what to say, which that was a different thing in its own. Because I feel like even though you're white, you can still comfort people. I was literally bawling my eyes out on the phone, but whatever. Literally, I have only cried like that a handful of times in my life. Like, I remember how much I freaking cried when I got home. Like, it was so sad. Like, it was literally so sad, fam. Like, yeah. I can't believe, like, that is probably the first time that I can recall experiencing systematic racism, babes. Because, baby, if I think of other stuff that I realized in hindsight, the fact that I wasn't allowed to wear braids to my primary school because it was like a Catholic school and you're not allowed to section okay. I wore them anyway. My mom did them anyway. But, yeah. That's the first story, guys. What did you think of Monkey Gate? Give it a rating out of 10 good racist experience. No, give it a rating out of 10 out of like 10. Okay, this is what we're going to do. With these stories, you have to rate them out of unique racism experience to not that unique, okay? I think this one, for me, I would rate it like a 6.5 just because I think it's so normal to get called a monkey. It's so normal to have shit like that happen. But I feel like for it to stem from literally nothing, fam, like literally thin air, because everybody, and not just me, but everyone in school thought you were irrelevant. I'm just thinking, baby. But you know what? The students did their thing. The students did their thing for a bit. She had to sit... No, guys, like I sound so evil, but I don't care. She deserved it. Her mom worked in the uniform shop, so she had to sit with her mom in the uniform shop for like, I think a solid 2 months after that situation. Like, eventually people, you know how racism works in the world. People forget, people become her friend again. So yeah. And obviously I had my own scandals in school. So people started hating me and then they forgot about the racism experience. And they, by scandals, I mean, I was just very outspoken and very political and people didn't like that. That's what I mean by scandals. And people started to not like me because I started to call people out on their bullshit. And it's like, wait, I like when you're political, but I don't like it when it's against me. And then because of that, they're just like, oh, like, let's go be friends with the racist white girl again. Instead of that monkey bitch who wears do-rags. Like, you get me? Like, you get me? Like, you get me? Anyway, yeah. That's how school works. She used to, but I'm happy with that sentence. Eating your lunch and your recess in the uniform shop with your mom because you were racist that one time. You know what? The students held it down. The students held it down. I don't care. The students held it down. I was happy with that sentence for that time. My sentence now, expelled. Maybe. Maybe she gets the suspension, not me. But anyway, yeah. But you know what? Like, yeah, that's that story. My next one is, you get a 3-in-1 for my next one. Or actually, Yeah, let's do the 3-in-1 one. Okay, so the 3-in-1 one, it's just like being black in suburbia, or being black anywhere, babes. But I think it's more common in suburbia, obviously, because there's more old white men. Being a black girl, no matter your age, because black women and black girls are hypersexualized, so they're viewed as older than they actually are, which is just facts. You get a lot of older men, a lot of older men asking what's up with you. And then you have to clutch your pearls. Let me specify, older white men asking what's up with you. And you have to clutch your pearls. And you have to smile and wave, because if you're disrespectful to a white man, you literally have you have ripped a black hole in the universe, and now everything's out of line, and I don't know, you have to be punished. But anyway, I have a couple experiences of this that I wanted to share. But the first experience I had, all of these are shockingly at work. I used to work at a store called JD Sports when I lived in the Illawarra. And obviously that's a very people of color store. I feel like, especially in Australia, get a lot of black people, a lot of islanders, a lot of Asians too. Or just people in color in general shopping at JD Sports. And then you have like the white people who just want to buy like Nike and Adidas. Like they run, they go gym. They're definitely on Strava. Like you get the Strava white people. And then you get the older like white people who are just like, they just buy anything that fits. They don't know what JD Sports is about. They just buy anything that fits. You feel me? So my first experience is this. I was just doing my job and I had my eyeliner done. I will put a picture of how my eyeliner was done. And I think this is why he thought this. Yeah, because I think that style of eyeliner is very popular in South Asia. But basically he came in, I was just doing my job, I was minding my own business. And then obviously when you work at JD Sports, if you worked at JD Sports, you know, like they're very strict on, you have to approach every customer like 3 times before you can leave them alone and before you can go back to doing da. And at the time, the manager that I had, our like assistant store manager at the time, because I had to specify because I don't want the actual manager of that store that I had thinking that it was him. But the assistant store manager at the time was really annoying and would be like, you need to reapproach. You need to reapproach. You need to take a fucking Xanax, bro. You need to take a Xanax. Anyway, basically I approached him. I was like, do you guys need any help? Yeah. Just me, my jolly self. I had just got the job. I was like really happy. I'm in fashion retail. You know, like as a younger person, like being in retail is the highest form of job that you can get, right? Like before you could actually go study, do your degree, da. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm working at a fashion retailer and it's an actual cool one and I'm so cool and I'm so much better than everyone. Working my little retail job with my braids and my bandana and my eyeliner. Like you get the gist. Cool. I go up to this white couple, old by the way. They get definitely like minimum 70. Okay, so they're old, minimum 70. Still can walk by themselves. Like they're definitely grandparents. Still can walk by themselves. But they have the gray hairs and that, and the wrinkles and that, which is fine. Nothing wrong with being old. I'm not dissing them because they're old, but I'll tell you what I'm dissing them for. I go up to them, ask if they need help. They turn to me like, oh no, thank you. The man forgets that his wife is existing next to him, and it's like, whoa, you are so beautiful. Where are you from? And I'm thinking, but because I'm at work, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I have to put up with this. I'm saying, I'm from Zimbabwe, and he didn't know where Zimbabwe was, but I bet your bottom dollar if I called that shit Rhodesia, he would have been like, no way, I love Rhodesia. But anyway, I said I'm from Zimbabwe, and he said, where is that? Where is that? And I said, it's in Africa. Oh, he's like, so you're African? And I was like, yes, I'm African. I didn't say it like that. I was like, yes, I'm African. Because like, you know, customer service voice. And he was like, are you sure you're not like Indian or something? And I said, at this point, I was like, no, I'm from Africa. I'm from Zimbabwe. It's near South Africa. And his wife, like, let me not say too much because birds of a feather flock together, but she low-key metaphorically like slapped the shit out of him for that. She was like, I'm pretty, his wife, I don't know if she was pissed because it was obvious that he was flirting with me, or she was pissed because he was being ignorant. Either one, I don't care, because she has the right to be pissed about both. And then she was like, I'm pretty sure she knows where she's from. He literally ignores his wife, and I giggle. I'm like, I'm like, thank you, girl. Like, I'm about to, like, that's sisterhood right there. He ignores her completely and goes, well, you are so, like, dead ass looking. Let me reenact this. Dead ass looking me in my eyes, like, well, I can't do it. Well, you are so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Like, I would come back here just to see you again. Like, no word of a lie. I'm probably going to come back just to see you again. And you know me, my little, 17, I think, 16, 17-year-old self. And also, I'm born at the start of the year, so that's why I was like 16, 17. I'm thinking, me, my 16, 17, I was like, that's so nice. Ugh. Disgusting. And then that was the end of the transaction. I just walked away. That was weird. That was I think that was the first time I experienced it at that job. Not in the world, but at that job. Another time was like this guy came in. I was like goalkeeping, like I was at the front, like watching the gates or whatever. And this guy walks in. This is more towards like the end of my time at this JD Sports in the Illawarra. I was just at the front of the gates. I was watching the gates as I do. And this guy walks in. Oh, like, you know when men are like, they're just so like, he was just so like, he's definitely on Reddit. He definitely wears a fedora. Like, well, he doesn't, because he was like really built gym guy, but he has the personality of someone who's on Reddit, wears a fedora, definitely follows the "Am I an asshole?" thread, is like, fetishizes black women. No, like if you know your stereotypical guy that fetishizes black women, like buzz cut, just very like, uses AAVE, like just very, you know what I'm talking about, like the whole like, yeah, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like my black girlies know, like hold my hands, like my black girlies literally know. Also, he looked very white in the sense of like, he didn't look like blackwashed. He just looked white with a buzz cut. Like he hadn't gone through the full transition of like pandering to black women. You feel me? So he walks past me and he says something, and I was like, oh no, he's walking past me, right? He says, hey, how are you? And I was like, good, thank you, how are you? Oh, and he took that as an invitation to turn around and have a full conversation with me. Cool. Mind you, again, I'm like 17 at the time. Well, 17, 18. I don't really remember what ages I was. Oh no, I was 18 at the time. Yeah, 17, 18. And he turns around and he's just like, oh yeah. Like, where you from? Like, I don't want to say it because I sound like, I obviously sound more black, but I'm trying to sound like a white person who's trying to be black. Like, he was just very much like, oh, so like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, like originally. And I was like, oh, I'm from Zimbabwe. Like, oh, he's like, oh, so you're African. And I was like, literally, like, Like, no, like, not even, just literally like, and I was like, yup. I was like, yup. And he was like, you know, I'm just like, oh my, like I feel disgusting. Like I actually feel disgusting. Like retelling the story. He was like, you know, like wait, my camera's saying something. Or, you know, like I'm really into black girls, you know, like I'm really into black girls. Like I think black girls are like, no, he's like, but he says that uncomfortable. Like it's like, I'm really into black girls. Like, oh, I just love black girls. First of all, girls, I'm a woman. Second of all, shut up. Shut up. Like literally shut up. Like literally, I don't care. Kill yourself. Like stop. And I was like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, do you live around here? And I was like, no. And at the time I had just gotten my hair braided. So and my braider at the time had lived in Liverpool. And I was like, oh, I live in Liverpool with a friend. And he was like, you live in Liverpool? So far to travel for a job. And I was like, yeah, I know. But like, I was just, if anybody who works at the store sees this, I was just chatting out of my ass and making up lies so that like, okay? No, backtrack. I said I'm from Liverpool. I was like, oh, I live in Liverpool with like my friend, which I was referring to my braider who I did not live with in a suburb that I did not live in. Okay? And he was like, no way, I'm from Sydney too. And I was like, oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. I was literally like, yo, really? And he was like, yeah, I'm from around that way. I'm from around that way, actually. I actually am from around that way. And I was like, oh, what brings you down here? And he was like, I'm just visiting family down here. That's why I'm down here. Like, I'm from around that way. I'm just visiting family for Christmas and that. And I was like, oh, cool. And he was like, just chatting mad shit. And he was just like, kept going on about like, yeah, black women. Like, literally giving Casey from Love Island, you know, like, black women are beautiful. I don't want you to ever feel like you're not beautiful. Like, frothing at the mouth. And I was like... And then obviously this other girl, also Zim, was working, but she was much younger than me. Mind you, this man was definitely like 30. I'm 18. So I was like, if he's not even worried about hitting on the 18-year-old, he's definitely not worried about hitting on the 16-year-old. I called her name over the mic immediately as he walked off from me. And I said, girl, come here right now. And she was like, what? And I was just like, I'm just protecting you and keeping you here because that man is a freak and I don't want you talking to him. But anyway, yeah, that's 2 of 3. Let me plug this in and then I will literally keep going. Going 3 for 3. This one is probably like my favorite one because that sounds so crazy to say, but it's the funniest and it probably is the most shocking out of these 3. Cool. So, guy comes into the store, and I'm not telling any stories from my retail job that I worked here in Melbourne because, baby, that's a whole separate video for itself. I'm going to make a whole separate video about that job, especially since it's been a year from now. So I'm so detached from the situation. I can laugh at certain things and not like feel a sting, but that's going to be a whole separate video. It will come to you though. So basically, guy comes in, his eyes are lit. I don't give a I'm showing you, I blocked him on Instagram, which is like, you're probably thinking, how did it even get that far, babes? But I'm like, when I'm at work, I'm really anxious. Like, I hate being rude to people. And I also, like, I just get really anxious at work. Because I can't lie, if that was a man in the street and I wasn't at work, I would have told, like, I quite literally would have cussed him out. But because I'm at work, I can't really cuss people out. His eyes were piercing, like, literally, like, oh, he changed his profile pic. But bro, why does he look botched? Wait, okay. Like, why does he look mind you, okay, Why would a man who looks like this think he can approach me? Like, I'm sorry. I know that's evil to say. And I know I'm not like from a societal standpoint, I know I'm not top tier, like model-esque, da-da-da. But why would I? And also, these are just 3 experiences. I feel like I was the top 1% of black women to approach as a white man. Like, I don't know if they had a page where they're like, oh, they just take photos of you and they're like, look at this hot ass black girl. Or look at this black girl that I can fetishize. Whatever. And they just posted me. And then when they see me in public, all of them want to approach me, because it happens everywhere. It happened when I first started going clubbing. It still happens now a little bit. It happens when I'm at work. It happens when I'm literally walking down the street trying to do my groceries. It happens when I'm rushing to the toilet to take a shit. It happens at, like, literally my nursing job now. It happens. And it's just like, whoa. Like, first of all, never in my life would I ever consider dating an old white man. More the white part than the old part. No, I'm kidding. Never would I ever consider dating a white person. Well, I would date a white person. I can't lie. Let me not lie to y'all. But I would never take them seriously. I might key with a white man, but I would never marry one. Like, I would literally never ever marry one. Unless they were like super duper uber rich. And up to my standards of progressiveness, which I don't think there's one white man out there that would be able to meet that. Or like, they were rich. Did I mention that? Because like, I can't lie. Like, I don't really care about love. Like, I don't really care about finding love. Like, if there's a man with heaps of money who's in love with me, I don't gotta be in love with him. I can fake it. Oh, I don't know if I can fake it, but he might have to have like a degradation kink. Because once I get sick of a man, I can't lie. I'm not faking shit. Like, I'm actually not faking shit. I'm gonna tell you how much I hate you. I promise you that, fam. Miss you that. Anyway, sorry, my ring is not ticking like it should. But yeah, anyway, back to the story. He comes in, same thing. They always do this thing where they walk past you and then they spin back. He was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, hey, no, I said that because I'm the worker. I was like, hey, how are you today? And he was like, good, how are you? And I was like, good, thank you. And then he starts asking me about myself, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, I was literally like, oh my God. And he's like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Zimbabwe. And then he starts talking about, oh, Zimbabwe, and he's like, it's just a bunch of bullshit. And then where my eyebrow literally flicked up, I was like, he was like, so are they really big on voodoo down there? Like voodoo, magic, and spiritual? And he has the eyes for it. Wait, like he's kind of crazy. He's like, are you really big on voodoo down there? Like, I heard about voodoo in Africa and I heard they're really big on that. I'm sure they're really big on that in your country. And I was like, bro, I don't know. I honestly was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I grew up here, so I don't know much about like the spirituality in my country and which I don't think voodoo is a Zimbabwean thing. So I think they watched Princess and the Frog, saw voodoo, New Orleans, and thought, yes, black people, Africa, voodoo. Whatever, cool. He just keeps going on about voodoo magic. And then he started talking about, yeah, I heard about in Africa, voodoo magic and the land and the spirits. And while his eyes are like literally like, huh? And I'm like, oh, really? That's cool. And he was like, you know what? I would love to just meet up with you someday. And like, you're just so gorgeous. Here we freaking go. Here we go. And obviously being black in suburbia as a girl, you don't get that much attention. Okay, like you don't get that much. Black girls are ugly. There we go. I said it. Black girls are ugly when you're in suburbia, especially to the boys that you want, which happen to be white boys. And that's a whole different story time in itself. If you want my crush story times, like literally, I'll give you those too. Anyway, but I never let not being desired as a young girl make me a cop out or a sellout for older white men as I got older. Thank God. And I'm just thinking, I was like, and I just kept, and he was like, at least let me get your Instagram. And mind you, during this, and I found this out afterwards, during this, one of the department managers and my store manager were at the counter giggling and hooting because this guy had come in before and they knew how much of a chatterbox he was. But obviously he didn't pull all that black voodoo shit on them because they're not black and they're not voodoo and they're not African. I'm not even voodoo. Cool. And he's like, I was like, oh, sure, I guess so. Took his phone, like literally took his phone and was like doing like taking it, snatching it and like hiding, putting it into his phone because I don't want people to see. I don't want my coworkers to see. I don't want random passerbys to see. I don't want anybody to see me holding this man's phone, just like putting my Instagram in this damn phone. Like, why would I want people to see me doing that? This weird ass man. Mind you, his hair's not typical like white man who's into voodoo. Hair's not washed. It's like matted together. I don't know if he's trying some freestyle locks type shit. And it's like sticking up. It's like greasy, but matted together and dry. I don't know how to explain. Hair's like sticking up naturally, which I don't care. White hair doesn't do that. Especially his type of white hair, if it was washed, detangled, trimmed, it would not do that. It would not do that. It's sticking up like it's literally like so disgusting. His eyes are popping out of his head and they were blue as well. So not only did he have Adderall eyes, they were piercing blue. So I'm feeling threatened. And then his smile was just creepy. It was just like, wait, let me get your Instagram. He looked like a gremlin. I don't care. He looked like a goblin. He looked like a gremlin. He looked like the grumpy old troll that lived under the bridge in Dora. He's the grumpy old troll that lives under the bridge. I don't care. Oh my God. This literally, I literally felt like I was in a hostage situation. So I just gave him my Instagram. And then he goes to the counter to return what he needs to return. Cool. He tried to get me to do the refund or the exchange, but I was like, nah, the manager's at the counter, he can handle that for you. And then my manager comes over and he was just telling me how he's such a Looney Tune. And I was telling my manager the story that I just told you guys, right? And my manager goes, no way. And I was like, yes way, why? And me and my manager, man, but we were like sat there like, no way. Like, you know when a girl's key, like, you're like, what, tell me. I was like, what, tell me. I was literally like, what? He was like, he literally came in the other day, bought those shoes for his girlfriend, and now he's come to exchange them for a bigger size because he got her a size too big or too small. My jaw literally went, oh, like I was literally, like I was like, let me not lie, because if my manager, if my old manager sees me on this platform lying, then I'm just like, I swear I literally dropped to the ground. Not dropped, but like, you know when you crouch down, you're on your knees, Mega Knee style, you're just like, no way. I was literally like gagged. And I went around and I literally told everyone. I told Ollie, I told Ebony, I told everyone, different Ebony. I literally was telling everyone, this is so disgusting. Like, this is... Not only does the grumpy old troll try and hit on me, but the grumpy old troll somehow bagged himself a girlfriend, and now got this big ass head thinking he can cheat on her with me? Oh, like literally. No, I'm actually getting nauseous, guys. Like, I'm not even, you think I'm exaggerating? I dead ass look like I'm over exaggerating, but I genuinely just got nauseous. I genuinely just got nauseous. I genuinely just got nauseous. That's enough of that. That's the 3 for 3. That's literally the 3 for 3 for you. I have another work story, but it's kind of separate because he's not a part of, he wasn't white. But it's just another story from that job that I experienced. But anyway, this is not a part of that saga, but I guess like if you really want it to be, it can be. But basically, I was on tills and I was literally just scanning up this guy's orders, being nice and scanning up his orders. And he had socks and he got them. And then as I was scanning up his stuff, he was just looking around. He was like very chatty, like he was just chatty, but he was also looking around and he saw behind him, like, you know how when you go to checkout, like they will have like those rails with a bunch of items on it. So to try and entice people to buy stuff last minute. He currently has white socks on him that he's holding and wants to buy. He turns around, sees black socks behind him, and he's like, oh, there's black ones here. Let me get these ones. And then he turns around to me. He grabs the black socks. He turns around to me and goes, let me get these black ones instead. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then he goes, and I'm going to do it because talking to a random ass fucking person, bro, this might seem like a normal ass comment, but talking to me and the way you said it and the tone, he was like, this is the sock, bro. This is the freaking sock. He goes, because black is better, isn't it? No, I have to come closer. I'm too far away. He's literally like, because black is better, isn't it? And not only does he say that, babes, he goes, I was like, I was skinning and I just looked up and I was like, and he was like, come on, say it for me. Say it for you? Say it for you? My assistant store manager was beside me at the time. This is the one that I didn't like, but he was actually really good in this situation. Well, actually, no, he wasn't. He didn't say anything in the situation. He just asked me if I was okay after. You need to do more. Step up, mate. Anyway, I like literally glanced at him and he glanced at me because he heard it. He was like literally being so loud and we glanced at each other. We were like, I was like, and then that was over. I was just like, that's your total da transaction finished. And my manager was like, what the hell? And I was like, I know. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. What a fucking random. But my brother was picking me up that day because I was on clothes and they were still in the mall, lurking around the mall. The fuck? So it was fine. Not that my brother can do anything. No offense, Kaya, but like, but at least a man was gonna be there because men respect men more than women. Okay? But yeah, that's another one. Let's move on to the last story, and I have to get screenshots up for this. I have to get screenshots up for this, baby. I have to go on Discord. Please don't laugh, guys. I have to go on Discord. But basically, guys, I had a really big Discord phase in COVID days, so 2020, 2021. This was at the end of my Discord phase. And you know what? I used to think I was like so progressive, the wokest person in the world back then. I was really doing shit. Like I was getting shit done. But I put up with so much random bullshit, bro. Like so much stuff from, like I was still at that time, without me knowing, I was still seeking white validation. Like, ugh. Like, girl, stand up. But at the same time, I was only like, what? How old was I in 2020? Like 16, 17? I've said 16, no, like, that's a lie. Maybe like 15, 14, 15. So dare I say I give myself a break. I have the guy blocked. Found it. If you did see the old video, you definitely have heard this story before, and you've definitely heard the monkey story before. I don't know about the other ones. Those are the only two that I remembered that I wanted to make sure that I retold. The other ones are just, you know, I don't know if I told them or not, but I probably did tell them or whatever. But this one, babes. Okay, so let's literally like, let's like literally like get your drinks, get your popcorn, like hold my hand because I'm about to tell you this. I had a Discord phase, and obviously like, I'm gonna call it a church because that's more common phrase, but what we call it was a congregation, right? I had like a Discord phase with people in the same religion as me, but from different churches in different areas, right? Because it was COVID, so everybody was just meeting friends of friends and friends of friends and family of friends of friends of family of friends, and we're all in this big Discord thing, okay? And it was just very, you know, Discord nerds. Like, you actually know Discord nerds that are actually on there to Discord and play games and do da. They're actually racist as hell. They're actually really racist. And I'm in this server just like being black and existing. At this time, the racism wasn't towards me, okay? Which is really, if I want to go on a rant, I could, but whatever. It was always, why are you talking about racism? But when people are being racist, you're not telling them to stop. But when I call out racism, now I'm overly political. Yay! Weirdos. Anyway, so, and then they try to be like, I'm pretty sure he has like a disability. That's why he thinks racism is. I have friends with disabilities. My brother has a disability. They don't think racism is okay. So that's not an excuse. Next, bye. Anyway, in this Discord server, this guy says something kind of racist, and I snap. I was sick and freaking tired, okay? Because at this point, I was white man's whore. Not literally, just figurative, well, literally, but not towards these men. I was white man's whore, so I was just letting them do whatever, but I had actually had enough of it this time. I snapped, I sent some message in the group chat, the server. Why was I actually on Discord, bro? Like, why was I actually on Discord? I sent a message in the server saying, you're weird as hell. Like, you're actually weird as hell. I hate y'all. Stop being racist. And then I started cussing him out in the server. He started cussing me out back. And then this other girl who's South African talked about, yeah, get him. And I was like, yes. I was like, thank you. And she messaged me privately too. And she was like, thank you for that. Like, bitch, you hold it down. You holding it down. I was like, thank you. And then he got banned. I think I got banned too. But he got banned for longer. And you know these Discord mods, they love the power. They're so hungry. They're so whatever. It got to the point where like I was just rebellious. I kept like pinging and doing all this. Because you know Discord mods, like they're super like, you know what? If I ping everyone in a Discord server, I'm banned for a month. But if I say some racist shit, baby, don't worry. You get the weekend off Discord. Take the weekend off Discord. Don't play. Anyway. Yeah, he gets banned. I get banned too. He messages me, okay? He messages me. Let me read you the text. He's like, you really don't like me, do you? I message him back. I'm like, I don't like racist people. If you weren't racist, I wouldn't have a problem. And then he goes, man, how racist do you think I am? Me. Doesn't matter. No racist is okay. I should have said no racism, but I said no racist. No racist is okay. Him? No, but you make it sound like I use slurs in every sentence. Okay. That's me. I say, okay. And then he goes, when all I do is make jokes about Asians being smarter or Africans being faster like once a week, which both are factual, by the way. I don't know if he was trying to play the whole, it's actually a compliment. I'm actually complimenting you because black people are faster than white people and Asians are smarter than white people. So shouldn't you be happy? First of all, it wasn't even that. I know it wasn't that. He was actually being racist. I know he made a lot of, he definitely made a lot of terrorist jokes as well. He wasn't just racist to black people. So that's like also on me for not being a proper ally and like not sticking up for other races, not just my own. But also I was 14, 15, bitch, in a server full of white people. Why? In a server full of white Christians. Okay? And whatever. But this time it was definitely about black people. And I said, but it's not even, oh, I forgot about this law. There's underlying law. We had, because it was obviously like, you know, youth groups, the age varies. This is kind of like a Discord youth group. Guys, I was actually so corny as a teenager. I was actually so corny as a teenager. Oh my God. So my friends, my close friends at the time, their little cousin was in the server and he was like obviously being a 10-year-old, like being annoying. And this guy's fighting with the 10-year-old being my age at the time. I'm just thinking, you're weird as hell, bruh. No, he's older than me. And I'll tell you why that's important. I was just thinking like, you're weird as hell. So I already pissed at him for bullying my friend's little cousin because I don't play about my friends or their family. I don't care. I don't play about my friends or their family. And then on top of that, he's being racist as hell. Okay. And then I say, but it's not even that. This is in 2022. Why was I on Discord in 2022? Anyway, this is when we're going in and out of lockdown. So, but it's not even that. It's the fact that you constantly make fun of a 10-year-old for being annoying when you have said way worse things than him. Like, he's 10. Let him live. He'll grow out of it. Whereas you will continue to be ignorant and think racism funny. You won't grow out of it. Boom. And then he goes, I don't make fun of him. I genuinely want him to be banned because he breaks terms of services or whatever. TOS. I know I won't grow out of it because every living male in my family is at least a little racist. It's almost a family trait. Nigga, what the Every living male in my family is racist. It's almost a living trait. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. Baby, you are not born racist, first of all. And I know some people who come from racist families that are not racist, babes. In fact, they are probably like some of the most progressive people that I know. So, yeah. Don't know why he was trying to like gain sympathy. He was saying this in a way to like gain sympathy from me. And I was like, huh? Loki, I ate him up. Like in a work way, I ate him up. Like I know a little bit, but I definitely thought back then that I knew more than I actually knew. But I knew enough to have this conversation, right? I knew enough to have this conversation. Anyway, and I go, you're not born racist. You can unlearn it. Just like people aren't born smokers, you can quit smoking. You're just making poor excuses to continue being ignorant. Just say you like being racist and don't shift the blame to things that can easily be fixed. Like I ate that. And then he goes, well, that's not 100% true. But I know what you mean. Some people find it hard to break habits, including myself. So if I tried to stop it, it would take much more effort than you think. And then I said, okay, then put in the effort. Like, yo, like he genuinely was sitting there like, yeah, I find it hard to break habits. My whole family is racist. I don't know what to do. It's just... And he was like, how old are you? Nigga, why does it matter how old I am? I said 16. And then he's like, so you expect me to let someone... Oh, no, my phone's glitching. Okay, you got it. He's like, so you expect me to let someone younger than me tell me what to do? Tell me what to do when I'm already trying to do? And then at this point, like me, I still do this now. But me then, if I do not care anymore, I'm going to troll the frick out of you. Like, I'm really going to troll the frick out of you. So I said to him, I guess, girl. And he said, guess, girl. And I just ignored him, okay? Mind you, we're having this conversation. I'm looking at the timestamps. I'll put it up on screen, but I'm looking at the timestamps. This is 1 a.m. We're having this is literally 1 a.m. we're having this conversation. Then he messages me the next day at 2 p.m. I'm done with you. Now you come and you irritate me again. Let me really get into like, okay? And he says this to me. He says, all right, here's what's happening. I'd be damned if I let a man talk to me like that ever again. All right, here's what's happening. If a man ever says, all right, here's what's happening to you, you slap the shit out of him. Hard. So he says, well, I couldn't because we're on Discord. Like, why was I on Discord? Why could I have just like literally skipped this phase? Oh my God. It was bound to happen though because I was a very big like Roblox girl. And I was I was very much on Roblox all the time. He goes, all right, here's what's going to happen. On Monday, the 10th, I have to put screenshots. You have to see how he typed it. You have to see because yeah. Okay, I am rejoining Symmetry. That's the name of the, oh my God. Like, oh my God, like guys, actually erase this from my history. Like, oh my God, like, oh my God. I am rejoining Symmetry. Here's the deal. And if a man says, here's the deal to you, you slap the shit out of him hard. No, literally, guys. This next part is what gets me. He goes, stop. He goes, here's the deal. I pray and study the Bible in order to become less racist, as I have for 3 years. And in return, you don't speak of this ever again. If for whatever reason you do bring this up again, you will do it in our DMs, not servers. Whether you accept it or not, I will join on Monday. That should give you plenty of time to think it over. Bro thinks he's the main character. Bro thinks he's in a movie. Bro thinks he's oppressed. Who are you feeling like? That should give you plenty of time to think it over. Here's the deal. This is what's happening. I pray and study and you're ugly. You're annoying. You're stupid. You're irritating. Stop. I just think like, where are my reparations? Where are my reparations? Like literally, where are my reparations? I want money. I want white people to come and clean the out of my house. I want to be waited on. I don't want to lift a finger to eat. I want to be spoon-fed. I want my feet massaged. I want one of those big leaves fanning me as I sit there while you put grapes into my mouth. Where are my reparations? Where are my reparations, baby? Because this isn't even the worst experience I went through during that time. Mind you, I had monkey gate. I had other stuff as well. I literally, my first like racist experience that I can remember was in 3rd grade. Baby, I deserve reparations for being black in suburbia. Like, I feel like I should get a lump sum of money. I should at least get like my own personal white person assistant. Like, I don't know. Something, guys, like something. Oh my God, like something. Anyway, I said back to him, if you keep having a go at bleep. Hey guys, editing me, I low-key like made a big deal out of being like, if you keep having a go at bleep and bleep and bleep, because yeah, I wanted to bleep the name originally because obviously at the time that person was a 10-year-old. I'm not going to do the math now. I'm pretty sure they're still a kid, but I can't lie, like I'm not doing all that because I've just finished editing all the screenshots in and I forgot that his name is in the screenshots, but I promise you, like, you definitely won't be able to find that kid, so it's fine. And please don't go searching for the kid. I don't even think he has Instagram, but at the same time, like, that was years ago, so 2022, 2023, 4, 5, 6. He's 14 now. He probably has Instagram or something, but just don't go find him. Thank you. If you keep having a go at bleep or any other 10-year-old, I will call you out. And if you are racist, I will call you out. You can't expect me to keep quiet when you're doing something wrong. Just because you send me a half-assed paragraph to make it out like it's my fault, with no apology to me or bleep. If you're actually going to change, then I will have nothing to call out. But if I do call something out, you're obviously not taking the steps to change. Seriously. And I can already see through whatever you want to call that paragraph. Cool. Weirdo. I literally ate that. And then he goes, that paragraph was me saying I'm willing to change and I've been trying to change for a very long time. If you want me to try harder than I already am, Guys, I'm not even doing the acting bits because I'm actually annoyed. I'm actually over this. If you want me to try harder than I already am, then you will agree to my terms of service. So whatever way you split it, I try to be less racist. I try. He goes, I'm actually getting nauseous again. Look. I'm actually getting nauseous again, babes. He goes, so whatever way you split it, I try to be less racist. I try even harder if you accept. Accept this foot in your ass. Like the. So, and then he goes, and yes, at the moment, you are in the wrong because you have no reason to bring up racism. Baby, don't be stupid. I know for sure he said something racist to start this whole thing. So what do you mean I have no reason to bring up racism? I had enough, so I literally read you to filth. I told you about yourself. That's how the Micah stuff came out. That's how the... Ooh. I have to bleep that. That's how the racism stuff came up. That's how this came up. That's how that came up. Because I read you to filth in that symmetry thing, and I read you to filth now. In the DMs. Okay. You have no reason. You could have said I was just annoying because you said racist. It was spawned into this whole argument. Whatever. I say, let's talk about me now. Thank you. Let's get to the good part. I say, it wouldn't have happened if you just left bleep alone. Since I've joined this server, you have always had a mouthful to say about him no matter what he does. He's a kid. And you're what, 17, 18? It shows your maturity. And if I just said you're annoying, you would have asked how. And then I would have said, because you're racist time and time again. And the same thing would have happened. I've actually been holding off for months now, calling you out on your racism. So there's that too. Just because you're older doesn't mean you can go around busting people around. You're not even a mod. Ooh! I hate him! Oh my God, I I ate him up. Wait, I said, oh my God, stop. I said, you're not even a mod. Like, sit down. I'm putting screenshots. Don't worry, I'm putting screenshots so you can see how I type it. Oh my God. I said, like, sit down. Like, I said this before, if you're actually going to change, I won't have anything to call out. Like, I literally won't have anything to call out. If not, then I'm not going to let you walk all over others because you're older, and apparently that means you hold authority. Half the mods are Micah's actual family, so I'm sure they talk about it with him whenever he gets out of hand. It's not your place to tell him off or any other kid. And then he goes, so let's get this straight. You've been holding off because I'm so racist, and yet not a word about Talon's racism, which is some other cunt. Whoopsie. And then I said, I have said something to Talon actually. I was in VC with him once. Do your research. Also, you say he's a kid, but he breaks the toes by his age. Boo, nigga, like boo, like literally boo, nigga. You're talking about, oh my God, he breaks the terms of services. Don't you by being racist and being a bully? Oh my God, boo, like literally boo, tomato, boo, nigga. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. Then he asked me how long ago I told Talon off. Who cares, bro? Like literally, who cares? You want me to retell him off now? I already spoke to him. I already done that. And I would do it again if it came up again. He's not racist around me anymore. He's not racist when I'm in the chats. He's not racist in the actual where you get a digital, where we have receipts anymore. So I haven't needed to speak to him again. It's you that's going back and forth talking about dee da 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 boop dee doo 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 ee ah like a weirdo. Oh my God, like. And I said he refuses to change it. I sat there and laughed at me, and I haven't spoken to him since, and I haven't seen him write anything right. Ooh, literally what I just said. Racist. Why does it matter? You're busy worrying about other people when you should be worrying about yourself. And he goes, you said you were 16? And then I said, everyone has put the wrong age in an app one point. That's how I have half my socials. And he goes, like a real incel, like a real nerd, like a real loser. This is what he says, like a real loser ass bitch. He says, Discord is the only social media I have because I haven't made accounts because I'm too young. Oh my God, I only have Discord because I don't know. I don't care about. Cool. I don't care. And then I go, this is literally pointless. You're not understanding, so I'm not going to keep talking to you. And then obviously he wanted to be the guy that doesn't reply, like he doesn't get the last laugh, like so he didn't reply to that, which is fine. Because oh wait, no, I blocked him. Yeah, I blocked him. That's what happened. I blocked him. Cool. So that's that story. Guys, and you want to know what, like, religious people are probably like some of the most racist people in the world, no matter what religion you're in. They're always racist to some other race, even if the religion isn't a predominantly white religion, but especially white religions, their religions are built off the back of racism anyway. If you want to go back in history and you want to know who literally pioneered racism, it was Christians and Catholics and whatever. So please. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a fun time because I had a fun time, and jokes, guys. But yeah, that's the end of my video. I've literally sat here for 90 minutes, which I don't know what's 60 plus 60. That's like 120, almost 2 hours, telling my stories, telling my tea. So I really hope you enjoyed that, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed sitting here with you all. Like, I enjoyed doing a little story time. It felt like I was on FaceTime and I was like spilling the tea to my friends. Like I felt like I was spilling fresh tea, even though all this stuff happened all these stories happened at least a couple years ago. So that was funny. Like, that one just happened in 2022. The Monkey Gate happened in 2020. All that stuff with the old white men happened before I moved. So it happened 2024 or before. So that was a couple years ago. But if you really like this video, let me know, because I can make more story times, whether it's about racist experiences or other stuff. Like I said, I have my crazy ass retail job that literally almost took my life. Literally, I have embarrassing crush stories. I have school stories. I don't know, like I'll do more story times. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, do the ranking. Okay, wait. Okay, so the 3 for 1, the 3 in the price of 1, I would rank that probably from 10 unique, 0 being universal. I would rate it like a 1. Yeah, I'd rate it like a 1. I rated a 1 because the Indian one, I don't know if any other, there's definitely another black girl that's gotten that before, but I don't know how common that is. But other than that, I think those experiences are very universal. This last one, I actually, you know what, I'm going to put it up there. I'm going to put it up there with an 8.5. Because someone out there has definitely had, like, it's normal to argue with racists on Discords, but I don't think has, like, I don't know, I haven't heard from, like, other black people, like, oh my God, I was also on Discord and got bullied by a white person. Like, I haven't, you know what I mean? The black is better one, I probably put that at like a 3. I don't know, I just put that at a 3. Because, like, fetishization of black people, black girls especially, is so normal. But, like, yeah, I think it has unique aspects. So that's my ranking of all my stories. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah, that actually this is really therapeutic. This is really, really therapeutic. So, yeah, even if this gets 1 view, which will be Diana, it felt like a therapy session that I didn't have to pay for. But yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Thank you.